All right. Peace and blessings. Blessings, all praises to the Most High. This story comes to you from Pulaski, Wisconsin, where a 14-year-old black boy was jumped, mob attack, WWE style, Royal Rumbled by a group of white teens at a barn party in, once again, Pulaski, Wisconsin. About 10 or 15 white thugs jumped a young black boy. You can see in this video that he is visibly smaller. These kids may have been 18, 19, 20, maybe even 21. And they are yelling all types of racial slurs, saying F that N-word, get that N-word, take his shoes, which is attempted robbery. But this mob happened, and I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the news video about it. I'm also going to put the link to the entire beatdown, the entire mob assault, into the description. I've tried to make this video about twice, and YouTube keeps flagging the video for violence. And so even as you watch the news clip, I may have to censor that as well, but I'm going to also put that in the description so you can see it in its entirety. But please share this video, because we all know what is going on in Cincinnati right now, where 6 adults who defended themselves against a racist assault by 3 other grown adults are being charged with inciting a riot, crimes that are going to get them 29 years. Now, these grown teens, 18, 19, 20, beat this young kid without merit, unwarranted, unmercifully, in front of a crowd of other young white people. I think this young black boy was the only black boy at the party. And so this is an example of the mob style racist hatred that has gone on in this country since the beginning of time. But just watch this news video, and this video was used in fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Check it out.
Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Amber Noggle.
And I'm Brandon Taylor. Right now, the Iowa County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fight that happened at a barn in the town of Pulaski. Video shows a group of boys attacking a black boy and using racial slurs.
Lucas Kim talked with a community leader and friend of the family of the boy who was attacked. He's got you covered on her plea to law enforcement. We want to warn you, some of this video may be disturbing to watch. We're also blurring faces because many are believed to be minors.
Cell phone video appears to show a group of teenagers attacking a 14-year-old African-American teen from Platteville in the town of Pulaski on Saturday, August 16.
And I'm looking at the video, and it tore my heart.
Lynn Parrott is the city of Platteville's alderperson at large and says she was shocked to see the video. The victim's mother sent it to her.
The slurs and the verbiage and the, beat that N-word and F that N-word and bust his eye. Like, why?
Parrott says thankfully the 14-year-old boy is recovering from his injuries and is okay physically, but says he's emotionally scarred from this incident forever.
He could get to the point where he doesn't trust. He'll lose friends. He'll withdraw. Is that what we want?
Parrott says the boy told his family that he was a target because the group mistook him for someone else. You can see in the video some of the people there tried to break up the fight. Iowa County Sheriff Mike Peterson says the fight is under investigation. His deputies responded that night because a fire was reported at the same spot. When they got there, the people who were part of the fight had left. They are reviewing the video now to identify the people involved. Meanwhile, Parrott is calling for accountability.
He went out to an event with some friends that he had some trust, right? And so if he trusted these people that brought him out there, like, what happened?
In Platteville, I'm Lucas Kim.
All right, so there you saw the video, and once again, I don't know how much of that video that you saw because I don't know how much I am going to have to edit. But if you watch the video from the description box, you see the brutality of about 5 or 6 white teens starting, and excuse me for calling them teens, white animalistic thugs, criminals, started, and then it morphed until about 10 or 15 with people actually taking turns, as they said in the Cincinnati brawl. These people, these white kids were taking turns beating the visibly smaller boy in a crowd of those white people in a sea of whiteness, little black speck. And what I find interesting is that the report said that the deputies were called because of a fire, not because of that gang assault riot. They were called because of a fire. That means out of the hundreds or maybe even thousands of white children that you saw in that video, looking at that, not one of those people called the authorities. Not one of those people jumped in. They tried to say that little scene that you saw at the end where people trying to break it up. I would beg to differ. I would say that that is them starting to beat the black kids' white friends who brought them there, because we all know back in the days when you defended black people, you were called a N-word lover, and you was just as apt to be lynched by the crowd as the N-words. And it is reported that they mistook him for someone. Now, that someone, we don't know who that is. Once again, Pulaski is a all-white town, about 96% white population, about 1.2% black. And the boy was from Plateville, wherever that black lady was from. He was from that. I guess that's a neighboring city. That's only about 2% black and 90% white. So they're living in a sea or ocean or an oasis of whiteness. And that is what we have when we see these group of white people. Now they're saying in the original video, the unedited video that is shown on social media, you can hear the biggest white boy starting out, "You tried to steal my gun. You tried to steal my gun." And he didn't try to steal it there, evidently. So whoever was the black kid that was quote unquote tried to steal his gun, he was mistaken for that kid. But also, we can't even substantiate the fact that that claim is true, because what do we know throughout history as well? Only thing a black man had to do was be blamed for something. Blamed for looking at a white woman, blamed for stealing a chicken, blamed for disrespecting a white woman. And then the white mob came out, even got him from jail, took him out and had a kangaroo court in the streets, and then had a public lynching. And so this what we think this was. One article said they tried to stuff him into a meat grinder. So I don't know what that was he was backed up upon originally, but that may have been the meat grinder that he was possibly tried to be stuck into. Also, the news once again said that we're going to blur their face because many of them are believed to be minors. Why are we protecting criminals? Criminals, thugs. Like, if that little boy would have died, would we still be blurring their faces and protecting them? Carmelo Anthony's face wasn't blurred. And so that is another tactic, I think, in the media, once again, of protecting whiteness. Now, the police said that they're going to investigate the video and see who those teens were. Everybody know who those teens are. The town of Pulaski has about 3,700 people in it. So rest assured, everyone who can see that video, law enforcement laws, knows who children they are. And that speaks to the bigger issue at hand. Those children are raised by adults. And as we all know, children live what they learn, and they learn what they live, which means this activity that you're going to see, or if that you may see on the social media post, that is learned behavior. That is, they're acting out things that they have seen. They're repeating words that they have heard rather frequently. And so this has got no national attention. So I want you guys to share this repeatedly, share this on all your social media platforms, because this happened on August the 16th. And here it is, September the 2nd, and I have just got wind of it, just came across my desk. So that means 2 weeks have went by, and this kid, as you know, the black older person said, has lost trust. They were saying things like, beat that N-word, F that N-word, and bust his eye, take his shoes. The lady said he could get to the point where he doesn't trust. He'll lose friends. He'll withdraw. Is that what we want? I mean, evidently those guys were not his friends. For them to bring him into a hornet's nest with honey all over him, and the honey in this case was his black skin. And so the sheriff deputies did not provide comment on Friday, August the 22nd, which is about 2 weeks ago. So please share this, because once again, we all know what's going on in Cincinnati, where they're painting those black people who are responding to an assault, responding to antagonization, responding to racial slurs being hurled at them. They are being held on charges that can put them in jail for 29 years. And this incident is just non-existent. They beat this 14-year-old minor unwarranted, unmerited, unabated, without cause, to a point where, he could have been seriously injured, if not. And so y'all tell me, what does this say, about the violence in America? Who is the real perpetrators of that violence? Many people disregard the fact that America was built on violence. The violence perpetrated upon the indigenous people of this land and the black people of this land, and melanated people all across the world have been victimized. I would play that speech by Malcolm X that said, everywhere the white man has gone, he's caused violence. He's caused destruction. Korea, Vietnam, India, so I might play one of those speeches, but, this is the pick and choose outrage that we see, adults fighting in the streets, fighting other drunk people in the streets. Oh, that is a mob attack. That is senseless. That is thugs. Now you have these young adults mob attacking this black kid, and we have to investigate it. We have to blur the faces, so make sure y'all share this video and tell me what you think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, peace and blessings.